Hi, I'm Anne.
And I'm Emily.
And this is a digital spotlight for This Is Art. Today, we're featuring
Annie Stoll!
She's working with us on This Is Art, our web series, and she's creating some of the characters for our animated opening sequence.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the things you do?
I'm a graphic designer. I'm also an illustrator. I like to do comics, I like to make jewelry, I like to go to anime conventions, all that stuff. I've worked on the upcoming Ani DeFranco CD. I'll be working on an album for a New York band called Left on Red. I color Tim Ferrara's comic Honey in the Whirlwind, and then I also do my own comic called Squid Salad. I can't tell you what I'm doing, but I can tell you that I am doing freelance for Lucasfilm.
That Lucasfilm. We got her first, George.
Some people are saying that This Is Art will be the Star Wars of our generation.
No one is saying that.
Everyone is saying that. If we keep saying it, then other people will say it.
It's your job, Internet, to start saying that.
Internet, we're watching you. What role does the Internet play for you as an artist?
As a designer, it's really important because it's a good way to make connections with other designers. As like a comic artist or a colorist, it's really, really crucial to have like a Twitter, to have an RSS feed on your site, and just get more fans, meet other creators, you're friends with them, they'll plug you to their friends. I think that I've had more success being on the internet, things like DeviantArt, than I have even just going to lots and lots of conventions.
So what do you do to prepare for conventions?
A couple weeks beforehand, I'll put on my DeviantArt and also on my website and then, on my blog, hey, these are the conventions I'm going to be at. And then as the date gets closer, sometimes I'll give exclusive art. I'll say, these buttons are only going to be made for this convention, reminding people every few days. When I'm actually at the event, I'll take to Twitter and tell people, hey, this is the table I'm at. Here's some art. Here's my neighbor's art. Come check us all out.
One of the things that I'm hearing you say a lot is to be supportive of other people and to use that as your way to get in the door.
Our friend Stuff Sushi, for instance, like I drew little cute anime things and they had these giant pillows, and people would come by and we say, hey, you like this cute stuff, check out their stuff, check out my stuff. We have this sort of friendship, and it sort of blossomed to the fact that I do a drawing for their t-shirts, and now they're selling these t-shirts with my drawings.
One of the things I think is really important to think about is community. To do things like what you're saying, create sort of incentives for a particular interaction at a particular place.
We will customize flyers and bookmarks specifically for an event. We use Gotprint, which is yeah. That flyer was for Comic-Con, putting all the different characters I do, not just one story, so they have an idea. Okay, she doesn't just do a cute little shoujo girl. There's, a mummy, and there's a zombie, all these different things. So that was specifically for that event. For Intervention, I did a little owl, because their mascot was an owl. You can only get that button if you went to that convention. I like to use Copic markers, so they made a new website, where you can just upload that work. So uploading that, twittering to their Twitter, saying, hey, I drew this, and then, they'll retwitter that. Even artists that I might be a little intimidated to talk to, I'll say, hey, I drew some fan art for you. That kind of stuff starts building connections, where you can do Ink Outbreak, which is a free banner exchange. Look for those kind of communities, forums, people who are interested in link exchanges. If you're interested in a certain kind of art, you should be looking at those kind of artists. Comment on their things. They'll get to know you. And in the comment section, because you can always put your website, and that's actually a really big way of how I get a lot of hits too, is that I comment on things that I love. And genuine comments, not just, see my stuff, but,
First!
Yeah. But
genuine things.
It's really easy to get intimidated to say, oh, well, this person's really famous. Things like Twitter and DeviantArt kind of give you this sort of medium that you can approach them.
How do you make your living doing this?
My main job, like I told you before, is a graphic designer. But as far as being someone that does comics or drawings online, it's really important, to have an Etsy shop. A big component of that is just, having good keywords, doing the art that you love, and then other people will pick up on that. I find that there's a lot of people that like to do fan art. I did a little thing of Game of Thrones just as a joke, and it went all over Tumblr. I would do that in my own style, something that I cared about, and then people would come back and see my art, and then just being consistent, posting new stuff, showing doodles. You just have to make a personal connection and just keep that going.
Where can we find your stuff?
My professional website is anniestoll.com. My webcomic is squidsalad.net. Twitter is Annie Stoll with A-N-I-I.
I'm Anne.
And I'm Emily.
And this is art.
You can't come to the Japan side of the table. Ani-chan wa oyoide imasen?
Oishii desu.
I said Annie is not swimming, and she said it's delicious.